Transmito desde un lugar de la Matrix, de cuyo nombre no quiero acordarme.
On the 4th of June.
The footage of standing in front of a line of tanks.
A day now associated with one person in particular, a protester nicknamed Tankman, who came to symbolize defiance against authoritarianism. His name is not known. It is not known if he survived.
Images that still haunt the nation 25 years on from Beijing's Tiananmen Square massacre. In the spring of 1989, more than 1 million people protested in the square, camping out to demand freedom and change. Chinese troops opened fire on the pro-democracy demonstrators after they were ordered by the military to enforce martial law in the country's capital.
Brutal assault by an estimated 30,000 Chinese troops ended at Tiananmen Square in the heart of Beijing, where thousands of students had been staging a sit-in for democracy for the past 3 weeks. In a last-ditch effort to stop the army, demonstrators tossed firebombs on armored personnel carriers and tanks as they rumbled into the square early Sunday morning. But it was impossible to stop the advance, and eventually the students were forced to evacuate. Soldiers fired automatic weapons into crowds of civilians, and the casualties...
There are still tanks in formation that have been resupplied recently by helicopters.
Defiant demonstrators have been continuing to skirmish with the army despite its overwhelming presence in and around Tiananmen Square. At one point, they set an ambulance on fire and aimed it at the troops, but the vehicle smashed into a traffic island, and that prompted the soldiers to open fire once more on the students.
Salaries, better housing, and more freedom, but above all, an end to the dictatorship and something many of the protesters only had a vague notion about: democracy. It was the largest political protest in communist China's history.
Bloody Sunday is history now, but there are visible reminders everywhere of the shocking massacre that occurred here. Burned out buses and other vehicles are scattered in many sections of the Chinese capital, and the curious are now venturing out of their homes to look at the smoldering aftermath of the violent attack that dealt a staggering blow to the pro-democracy movement in this country.
Release of activists, including lawyers, professors and journalists.
Perhaps most proven by this guard, who was caught dancing with guests.
It's over. That's why it always. I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm scared. And then I'm like, okay, just one more time. Wait, just one more second.
I was going for it.
like sunset over there. It's amazing. Looks like sunset over there. Oh, it's starting to curve through. Look. Here it comes. Yeah! Woo! Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Una vez dijiste que peleara como si mi vida dependiera de ello, porque un día así sería y hoy es el día.
Ya sabes lo que tienes que hacer. Subscribe, comenta, ¿qué piensas? Hazlo, pero con amor.